whites and Troy in the black jerseys. And we are underway. Troy controlling the tip. Here's Hartsfield outside. Going to give it inside the Leggett. Leaning in, couldn't get it to go, but an offensive rebound. And Charlie, that's been one of the big keys for Mississippi State, the lack of size on the inside as Tina Stevens lays it in on the second chance point.
Yeah, Stevens didn't have great position, but didn't allow herself to be pushed out away from the goal.
Bulldogs, a guard-heavy lineup, and there's a three ball from the outside. Jacayla Jordan, transfer from Tulane. You see Maya Taylor, Jacayla Jordan, and now a foul at three-point range as Ashley Jones drawing the start today for Mississippi State. Transfer from Temple. And Jones with the foul, and it's a three-point shooting opportunity for Tia Johnson, a senior from Phoenix City, Alabama. Had 6 points her last time out. Played a couple years at Shelton State Community College and now has another free throw coming. Johnson, 69% free throw shooter this season. And she got all three.
The costly foul by Mississippi State that time has the Bulldogs down early.
Troy coming in at 6-5 on the season. A perfect 6-0 at home. They are 0-5 on the road. And looking for their first win away from the Troy Arena. Leggett driving in, up with the left hand. You see Leggett, Karanga, Johnson, Stevens, and Hartsfield. Thomas Karanga, the junior from Kenya, in the lineup. And there was Karanga with the rebound. Hartsfield settles. Got the jumper, and it rattles off the left side of the iron. And there's Raven Farley with a rebound for State. We'll go the other way on the reach-in foul.
Well, we saw Jacayla Jordan last time down for Mississippi State clear the rebound and get down the floor in a hurry. She had the Bulldogs' only basket so far, had the three-pointer early. I think she's really going to be a key to the game here for Mississippi State. Bulldogs playing a little bit short-handed. We don't know if we'll see Anastasia Hayes today or not.
Anastasia Hayes has been a big factor for State on the outside, along with Maya Taylor. Of course, Anastasia Hayes, you have Aislinn Hayes, who will play as well. The junior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Inside, Rickea Jackson, and the first points of the day for Rickea. Ties it at 5. Outside Jordan again, this time too long.
Yeah, good job by Troy getting back on defense that time. Forced the Bulldogs into the secondary look and just couldn't get it to go.
State and Troy played last year here in Humphrey Coliseum, and State won 103-76. Driving, and Hartsfield gets to the iron and lays it in.
Well, that's a nice play by Hartsfield that time. Maya Taylor did a really nice job fighting around the screen, staying in position defensively. And Hartsfield just able to power it up and in. Not much you could do that time with no help behind him.
And Rickea Jackson called for the offensive foul.
And that was Leggett who held her ground that time for Troy. We profiled her in the open and talked about her skill as a shooter, but Leggett that time just holding her ground, staying in good defensive position. And that's a foul on Rickea.
Well, Anastasia Hayes did not play in the last game against UT Martin this past Sunday up in Martin. So second consecutive game where we haven't seen Anastasia Hayes. Leggett Backs away in, and Farley swats it and got a little bit of arm as well. We'll see if they get the foul on, and it is Raven Farley. There you see Anastasia Hayes. Been a big part for Mississippi State, averaging 15 points this season after averaging 27 last year. The Conference USA Player of the Year a season ago at Middle Tennessee State. Leggett's got a couple free throws coming. She misses the first.
Yeah, Coach never likes looking down his bench and seeing a lot of players in tracksuits, and see a lot of those for Mississippi State today.
Very short-handed, very lean bench for Doug Novak, the interim head coach for State. Troy has the early lead here. Looking at zone, the three on the way is off the right iron. Ashley Jones taking the shot.
Bulldogs knocked down their first and missed 3 in a row from deep.
Now drive to the bucket by Hartsfield again, and able to get an easy look. Hartsfield has 4 early points.
Well, you tell Hartsfield's game, she likes to put it on the floor and just attack the goal.
State having a little trouble over the last couple possessions, solving this 2-3 zone. Here's Jordan trying to fall back. And Troy comes up with another defensive stop. Leggett on the move with the left hand off the glass. And it's 12-5, a 7-0 run for Troy in the last minute and a half.
Well, Bulldogs had a couple of defenders there, but nice job by Leggett just splitting them as nobody stopped the basketball.
Rakia Jackson will take the three. One shot, and that's all. Leggett leans in, and that will be an offensive foul. Just lowered the shoulder. And Leggett, who got to the rim the last offensive trip, turns it over this time. State just 2 for 8 shooting from the field here early. Troy is 4 for 7.
We saw Leggett defensively just a couple of possessions ago hold her ground and draw the charge, and that time commits the offensive foul.
Kick to the outside, and the open look. Jordan hits it off the front iron. 6 of the first 9 shots taken by Mississippi State have been 3 balls, and they've hit just 1 of the 6.
Well, Troy's been very active in that zone defense. It's one thing to play it, but a lot of times you see players get lazy, want to stand around. Troy not doing that at all. Bulldogs only looks coming from deep.
Left wing 3 is too strong from Zanatica Downs. Here comes Rakia Jackson. Driving in, off the glass, count the bucket, and she'll go to the free throw line. They're just manufacturing a shot in transition, and that'll take us to a timeout before the free throw is taken. So Rakia Jackson stopping the 7-0 run by Troy. We're just underway in Starkville, and Troy has an early 5-point lead. New York Mets. Here's Rakia Jackson, and she misses the free throw. Posted down low, and a shot missed by Jamia Hollings, West Point, Mississippi native, playing for Troy.
Yeah, that's a good matchup for Troy right there. Hollings has a big size advantage.
Here's Robinson up the floor, missed the shot, and Danae Carter with a rebound for the Dogs. Here's Rakia again, this time too long. Yeah, we talk about the lack of size for the state team. Here we see Troy. Jalea Dunlap started her career at Ole Miss. Columbia, South Carolina native, giving Troy a 14-7 lead. Troy out-rebounding State right now, 11-5 here early. Jordan for three. Got another one. That's her second of the game. Jerkayla Jordan has hit the only 2 threes for Mississippi State. And back to 14-10. Hey, Dunlap. Wide open look. Off the back iron for Maya Taylor. Stolen away by Jordan. Jerkayla hangs in the lane, gets the bucket in front. Jerkayla Jordan has 8 of Mississippi State's 12.
Yeah, really going to be the key to Mississippi State's success or not today. You see, Rickea Jackson has done a good job defensively here for Mississippi State. They made the switch last time down the floor, put Jackson on the bigger Hollings and kind of took her out of the offensive set. And that time recovers well.
By Jordan. And leaning inside, open look. Karanka got loose on the inside, lays it in.
Yeah, good job using the ball fake that time, coming back arm side, getting it to go. And now you see Troy really aggressive, trapping up top.
And it creates the turnover. Here's Hartsfield. Up the floor, partially blocked by Carter, but a foul. And Tia Johnson will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Troy did not have great spacing that time, trying to run the break. Carter did a good job initially of kind of forcing Troy into a tough spot, but commits the foul, and we're going to have a timeout for Mississippi State as they want to talk things over.
Yeah, brief timeout. Doug, no. Troy has gotten to the free throw line okay here early on. And that's the 7th attempted free throw. They've made now 5 of 7.
The Bulldogs just one opportunity at the line, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that more than half Mississippi State shots coming out from beyond the three-point line.
Here's Jordan, step back 3. That's her 3rd 3 so far today. 11 points for Jerkayla Jordan out of Mississippi State's 15.
Well, her shooting right now from long range, really what's been keeping Mississippi State in this basketball game.
Back to the outside, line drive, 3 rattles out for Hartsfield. And Troy was on the baseline as Karanka was standing on the end line when she tried to save it in. Bulldogs only have 2 players that have scored. Jerkayla Jordan has 11 and Rickea Jackson has 4. Here's Jackson. A step back, and it rattled all around the iron and finally drops through.
They'll touch just about all of it, but finally falls through, and the Bulldogs have tied up the Trojans.
Johnson out top. Offensive rebound by Leggett. Too strong. Here's Danae Carter with a loose ball rebound.
Feels like Troy here lately, just settling for some early threes.
Aislinn Hayes with a quick trigger. And a foul on the floor is going to go against Troy.
The foul is on Troy's number 2, Karanka. Team's 4. For the Bulldogs 44, Raven Carter will check in. Replacing 25, Danae Carter.
Well, you can see Troy, they're wearing the scorer's table out today. 10 players have played, and all of them more than 3 minutes in this first quarter.
Rickea Jackson for 3.
see if they try to get a ball screen for Hartsfield and let her create. She's been really good attacking.
Cleared out, let her create. Just missed it off the front iron. Here's Rakia Jackson. Slicing her way up the floor, off the glass, too strong. Maya Taylor. Out to Jordan. Step back, another three. This time off the right iron. And a foul on Raven Farley will go the other way, and that's the 5th foul on State. With 4.8 seconds to go in the first quarter, Raven Farley was trying to say, hey, what do you want me to do? I'm trying to get untangled. And got tangled up with Tina Stevens. Charlotte Cole will check in. Farley checks out. Take a look at this. You get tangled up. Farley, Charlie, I don't know what else she could have done right there.
Well, you see, because they got locked together, and you can understand Farley's frustration a little bit. At the same time, kind of put yourself in the position of that official. It looks like you're kind of reaching and chasing the basketball once you're hooked in there. It's one of those, our vantage point a little bit better.
Stevens hits the first free throw. And she got them both with 4.8 to go. Aislinn Hayes leans in. And that will end the first quarter.
Points, the only player on the floor in double figures.
Troy leading by 2 as we move to the second quarter. Troy's been active out of that 2-3 zone. Charlotte Cole can't handle the rebound.
And I think that's been one of the keys, Bart. You just hit on it, how active they've been in that zone. So many times you see teams just want to stand around and kind of use the zone as a rest, but that 2-3 has been very active, giving Mississippi State lots of trouble.
Stevens with a drive to the bucket and the foul. And she'll go to the free throw line. We'll see if they charge a foul to her.
I think it's going to go to Cole.
Yeah, Charlotte Cole going to pick up the foul. Talk about Enrio Howard a moment ago. Of course, Donald Lee tied in for Packers, Dolphins, Bengals. Oktibbeha County native, played at Maben High School.
Well, he can play now.
Northwestern corner of Oktibbeha County, about 20 minutes from here on campus. Yeah, Donald can play. Good tight end here at Mississippi State under Coach Jackie Sherrill. Remember Donald when he played with the Maben High School, the Blue Devils of Maben High School, no longer there. Ashley Jones goes the baseline, has the ball knocked free, and a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Troy. The step through by Stevens. Nice move.
Man, you look at that possession that time. Troy had basically cleared out in the middle. They were playing 5 out and just giving their player Stevens a chance to work one-on-one and able to get the basket.
Like an old Kevin McHale move right there. Kia Jackson leaning in, too strong. Rebound, Karango. Thomas Karango with a rebound, brings it up the floor. Once again, a deep post up. Bulldogs had it, then lost it. Walton's got an open look. And another offensive rebound. Stick back won't go. And multiple chances here for Troy. And State gets the block with Carter. Maya Taylor up with the left hand, too strong. And the ball will stay with Troy.
That time, Carter able to get her hands up and have that one go out of bounds. Troy was in a secondary break that time. Did a wise job not attacking 1-on-2. Other players getting down the floor had an opportunity. Bulldogs fortunate that they got knocked out of bounds. But you look at Troy right now, 0 for 5 from 3-point, but really playing well around the basket, giving themselves second chances. Getting on the offensive glass.
Ball knocked free. Troy back to get it. Hartsfield. Ball didn't hit iron. 4 on the shot clock. Heave 3. And another offensive rebound for Troy. And State comes out of there with it now. Jump ball. Possession there belongs to State.
I saw a couple of things that time. First, Bulldogs had what looked to be a wide open layup to be coming after a turnover, but Hartsfield was an all-state track athlete. She's got a ton of speed, fastest player on the team, able to get back and kind of use her strength and speed to get that ball back for Troy. And then the thing that you just keep seeing from Troy, getting on the offensive glass. They have 7 offensive rebounds. Haven't been able to do a lot with them, just 4 second chance points, but getting a lot of shots on goal.
Troy shooting 28%, State is shooting 29%. So there's not been an offensive showcase here in this one so far. Dump down, wide open look, Carter, nice interior feed from Rakia Jackson.
That was a really nice job that time by Jackson, being willing to dump it low.
Karanga from the baseline. And here comes Jack Lord, running 3-on-3. 1 against 3 with the left hand. And State back within 1.
Yeah, that's just being the best player on the floor right there that time by Rakia Jackson. Just a power move to the goal. One that she has made many times.
Karanga backs away in. And Hollings travel with it. So State down by 1 will have the basketball. 4 minutes deep here in the second quarter.
Boy, Troy really hurting themselves too, Bart. They're forcing their players to create so much. How about this? Of their 7 made baskets, not 1 comes off an assist. 0 assists through a quarter and a half now for Troy.
And out of State's 9 makes, 5 have come off an assist. Troy still in that 2-3 zone. Maya Taylor. Out to Jordan. 3 ball off the front iron. Carter got it, stuck it back. State leads by 1. And she'll go to the free throw line and try to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Well, that was a great job of positioning that time by Carter. Able to get inside the defender. She is in exactly the best place to get that rebound, has the easy putback. Nobody for Troy in defensive rebounding position that time.
And now Danae Carter will shoot a free throw. That's 4 points for Carter. And she misses the free throw. State's only attempted 2 and missed both of them. Karanga spins, but she walked with it before she put it on the floor. And another turnover for Troy, just their 5th. State's only turned it over 3 times. So it's been a fairly clean game in those regards.
Yeah, right now, the real negative for each team, just not great shooting. And the Bulldogs being out-rebounded by 9 right now. I'm sure Doug Novak will want to talk about that at halftime.
Here's Carter. And a block foul on the baseline, and that's the second foul on Troy.
Troy fouls on number 4, Robinson.
Robinson picks up the foul. That's her second. Three games in 3 days for both of these teams.
Well, Troy kind of playing it that way. They've used 11 players in this game.
Jackson bound for Troy. Now Ace and Hayes kicks it back out to Jackson. Rakia will take the three, and it rattles around and drops on through. A three-pointer for Rakia Jackson. That's her first three of the day. State leads by 2.
They saw the Bulldogs attack the zone that time by going in, drawing defenders, and then kicking it out. But Karanka just able to elevate and get the basket to go.
Both Rakia Jackson and Jacayla Jordan have 11 points each and have 22 of State's 26. Mason Hayes bounces inside. Nice diagonal bounce feed into Danae Carter. And that's 6 points for Danae Carter. Troy quickly back down the floor, down by 2. Karanka measuring. And now didn't have anything to back it back out.
And again, with Troy, you just see kind of a lot of one-on-one action. Not getting any ball screens up top.
Ball knocked away and off of Leggett, and it will belong to Mississippi State. Well, that all starts with a hustle play of Jacayla Jordan. And that will take us to a timeout with 3:14 to go here in the.
And 38 missed shots so far.
Carter couldn't get it to go, and a foul going to go the other way as Carter missed the shot, tried to get the offensive rebound. Troy out rebounding State 25 to 15, or actually 26 to 15 right now.
And Troy's been doing a good job on the offensive glass. They have 7 offensive rebounds. Of course, both teams have missed a lot of shots, so you've had a lot of opportunity for offensive rebounds.
And that 2-3 zone has really limited State's opportunity of getting second chance points and offensive rebounds. Ball knocked free. Here's Carter up the floor. Steps through, lays it up too strong, and now State's got a player down. Ooh, took the swat.
Let's see if they take a look at that one.
Yeah, they are. Walked over just as you say that, Charlie. And we'll take a gander.
And I couldn't tell from looking at Taylor whether she took a hand to the eye or what might have happened.
Well, if they're going to give Katie Lou Samuelson free throws in the Final Four.
Hope she recovered.
That's what a lot of people are thinking right here. Well, some.
You know, it doesn't a play like that, though, kind of color your ideas for a long time to come?
Yeah, it does.
It kind of serves as your point of reference going forward. If that was a foul.
Take a little bit of time to take a look at this one.
Giving you an opportunity, Bart, to enjoy some holiday tunes. 12 Days of Christmas plays. Never was one of my favorites.
And no foul given. Evidently, these take another swipe. See, it was not an intentional swipe, I don't believe.
No Gino Auriemma in the building.
Yeah, nor D. Cantner. No, D wasn't there either. Spinning shot, Karanga from in the lane ties it at 28. That was the next year.
Look at Troy just staying in that zone defense, and not rotating as quickly as they were earlier in the first half of play.
Robinson settles for the jumper.
Yeah, I don't like that shot that time for Troy. Very quick and not a high percentage shot.
Well, that's a high percentage shot. Rakia Jackson driving in with a left hand.
Yeah, Mississippi State's going to have a good day if they can keep getting Rakia out in transition like that. And the first pass, the fast break, is a bad shot, and that's what we saw from Troy last time. But finally, they crack the ice, and Leggett knocks down a three.
And Troy takes the lead at 31-30. Troy now 1 of 7 behind the three-point line. Here's Rakia backing her way in, and that one spins out.
Yeah, Bulldogs basically trying to play Rakia Jackson as the 5 right there.
Karanga.
Oh, my.
Puts it high off the glass, and an offensive bucket for Felmus Karanga. And that's her 10th point. She's the first player for Troy to double figures, and now it's a three-point game. And another quick shot three for State, and only one shot, and that's all again. Karanga again with a jumper. And Troy leads by 5.
Well, look at Troy. They are just looking for the first shot they can get. There is not a lot of ball movement. It's just find the shot, trust it, and let it go.
Ashley Jones in traffic, missed it, and Troy with a rebound. Got a chance right here at the end of the first half. Robinson kicks it right side, a three on the way, missed it, and another offensive rebound and put in by Robinson, and that will end the first half, and Troy matches their largest lead of the first half and leads by 7 as we go to the break. 37-30, Troy leading Mississippi State as we go to the half.
the second half. And so for Mississippi State, I want to see Rakia Jackson get to the high post, maybe run the offense through her a little bit, and then start attacking the gaps in that zone. Force defenders to commit.
So Troy with the ball to start the second half. Hartsfield out top. State's been man-to-man throughout. Troy's been in that 2-3 zone. Kick it to the outside. Leggett leans in and hits the shot, and Troy leads by 9.
That's a big-time shot by Leggett that time. Just basically a spinning fall away, and Bulldogs had it defended, but able to get the shot to go, and that's points early here for Troy.
And now Rakia Jackson. 9 on the shot clock. 3 ball by Maya Taylor. And only 1 shot, and that's all again. State's taken 39 shots. 18 have been behind the three-point line. And a driving lay-in, and Troy has back-to-back buckets to start the second half, and the lead is 11.
And that was Karanga again. 14 points now. She is just really giving Mississippi State troubles. And now another 1 shot as Troy claims the rebound.
19 of the 40 shots, 3 balls, and a driving layup by Troy. Doug Novak wants to take a timeout, and Troy has expanded the lead from 7 to 13.
Big spot for Mississippi State. They find themselves down 13. They've used a timeout. Could be a long stretch of play here now. That media timeout.
As State works it around to Jerkayla Jordan, and a much-needed 3, and the first points of the second half for the Dogs.
Yeah, it was Jerkayla Jordan in the first half that really kept Mississippi State in it. That's going to be a walk out of the lead.
And the travel for State playing today without Anastasia Hayes, 3rd leading scorer on the team with 15 points. But Charlie, that's really the 4th time today, or in the second half, that Troy has gotten a high percentage look. Now, it took a travel by Karanga to get that look on that possession. Dribble penetration has been a key for Troy here in the second half. See number 20 at the top of your screen, that's Ashley Jones. And this is Jones going to take the 3 off the front iron. She wore 24 in the first half. She got hit right above the nose at the end of the first half and had blood on her jersey. So a new jersey for Ashley Jones. And now a walk on Karanga again as she came up with a loose ball rebound.
Yeah, grabbed the loose ball, but her momentum was a little too much to overcome. The Bulldogs have cut it down to 10 and now have the basketball.
Troy's been active out of that man-to-man. Of course, State not doing a whole lot of cutting right now. Danae Carter, 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jones. Out top, Maya Taylor. Kicked it to Rakia Jackson, got the open look and missed the shot. And there's Danae Carter with an offensive rebound. Count the bucket and a blocking foul on Troy as Tia Johnson picks up the foul.
Let's take a look here. We talked about Mississippi State's rebounding woes today. Carter really hasn't been a victim of that. She's been rebounding the basketball. That's her 5th. And able to just keep that one alive, grab the rebound, and then get the shot to go draw the foul. Just the 3rd free throw attempt of the game coming for Mississippi State. And like the others, no good.
Missed all 3. 8-point game. Troy led by 13 just a minute ago. Hartsfield. Karanga spins and shoots, and she is fouled by Danae Carter.
Yeah, easy call that time out in the open a little bit, and Carter, as going for the blocks, kind of swatted through that time, got the contact, and that'll get Karanka to the free throw line, where she has not been today.
58% free throw shooter this season. And she makes the first. Karanka, her last time out in a win against Huntsville, had just 2 points. Leggett had 29 in that game. And Leggett has been held to just 8 today, but Karanka has 15. Swing it to the corner, ball knocked away. Hartsfield got a hand on it. State has not looked comfortable against the 2-3 zone at all.
No, they certainly have not. And one of the ways you can measure that, you look at the stat line right now for Maya Taylor. 0 for 4 shooting the basketball, just 2 assists. And if Mississippi State's going to reverse their fortunes, they're going to have to get Maya Taylor going here in the second half.
Tina Stevens picks up the foul. Rakia Jackson slicing her way down the left side of the lane.
Rakia called for the ball screen and then just went away from it, created her own shot going to the left.
And a 3 off the front of the iron. This by Sandefur. And Jones has her shot rattle out. Danae Carter with the offensive rebound. Ashley Jones driving in is going to be fouled, and she'll be shooting 2 free throws. So Ashley Jones, redshirt junior from Philadelphia, transfer from Temple.
On the free throw line, we talked so much about that rebounding number. The free throw line, one of the big differences in this ball game, Troy getting there 13 times, making 9. That's the first made free throw for Mississippi State.
Bulldogs 1 for 4 at the line today. And she got them both, gets it back to a 5-point game.
And a little bandage on the forehead shows you where Jones had gotten hit.
Quick 3, won't go. State down with a rebound. Try to lob it inside, ball tipped away. State on a 9-1 run right now. Troy hasn't had a field goal in the last 3:30. And Rakia Jackson just manufacturing a shot. 17 points now for Rakia Jackson.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really needed a shot that time. Rakia Jackson just creates it. Now let's see if the Bulldogs can find some energy defensively.
Karanka has it blocked by Carter. And here comes State running. Up the floor, Katarian Thompson driving. Actually, Ashley Jones driving in off the right side. And the Bulldogs on a run right now to get it back to 1. And a timeout taken with 4:21 to go in the third quarter. State's battle back, down by 13 just a minute ago on a driving layup. Getting it to a 1-point game.
She has 4 points since the break for Mississippi State.
Here's Leggett leaning in, rattled out. The ball will stay with Troy.
Say this for Troy, they are not getting many clean looks. Bulldogs defending it well. Troy trying to isolate, go one-on-one a lot here today.
And now Leggett with a jumper. Throws up the air ball. Nice defense by Jacayla Jordan. Maya Taylor leans in and gives State the lead at 45-44. And that's the first point of the day for Maya Taylor. Nice move up and under, but too nice of a move and a travel by Tina Stevens. A 10-0 run by State over the last 2 minutes. A 15-1 run for the Dogs over the last 4.5 minutes.
And a lot of it being fueled by the play Mississippi State's had on the defensive end.
Into the corner, Jones with the open look.
Well, didn't get it to go, but nice ball movement for Mississippi State that time. Got the open look.
Taken away by Maya Taylor. Up the floor, Rakia Jackson, and a driving layup gives State a 3-point lead. And once again, Charlie, defense turning into offense. One shot, and that's all for Troy. Here comes Rakia.
Yeah, another contested shot. Not a lot of ball movement, not a great look. And now the Bulldogs doing a better job getting on the glass.
Inside to Carter. Against the double team. Missed the shot, but she'll go to the free throw line and shoot two.
All right, nice job by Carter that time. Gave the look as if she may go back to the middle, then pivoted, came the other way. Picks up the foul. And boy, getting a healthy dose of criticism from the Troy bench right now are the officials.
Shonda Rigby's been at Troy for a long time now.
Has had a great career there.
174 wins in her time at Troy. In her 10th season down in Lower Alabama. And Carter makes both free throws and State leads by 5. And a 3 for the answer from the right wing. Sandifer knocks it down and gets it back to a 2-point game.
That's a big shot right there for Troy. Bulldogs have been on a big run and needed something to break it up.
That stopped a 14-0 run. State was on a 19-1 run. And the ball will go to Troy. Jones touched it last.
Well, again, for Mississippi State, couldn't get it to go, but a nice job of moving the basketball. They're getting some open looks, and that's one of the differences right now. It seems like everything Troy shoots is contested. Bulldogs starting to get some free looks.
Leggett with the offensive rebound, try to stick it back, but we'll go to the free throw line and shoot two.
That's a big-time job by Leggett, getting inside, claiming the rebound.
And that foul's going to be on Danae Carter, and that is her 4th foul with 1:32 to go in the third. And Leggett at the free throw line shooting 2. She's 1 for 2 at the line today.
Well, Leggett not having the day shooting she'd like. How about this? 12 rebounds in the game.
Troy is just 1 for their last 12 from the field. And Leggett hits 1 out of 2 and gets it back to a 1-point game. Under a minute and a half to go here in the third. Maya Taylor took a step before she put it on the floor. State's only turned it over 5 times today. Actually 4. 4 turnovers for Mississippi State. Troy has 10. But the story, State has elected to take a lot of threes in this game. 25 of their 52 attempts, right at 50%, have been beyond the three-point line. And they've only hit 5 of those 25. Maya Taylor's going to take another one. Try to feed it inside. And now State comes away with it. Here's Aislinn Hayes.
Yeah, that's when Robinson just needs to pull up and take that shot herself.
And Rakia misses a 3. Bulldogs relying on outside shots and just not able to knock them down. Dunlap up the floor. Had it knocked away by Maya Taylor, and it will belong to Mississippi State. And
we're going to have a technical foul.
Shauna Rigby kind of been in the ear for a while, and this one's been in the makings with Kevin Bethel. He listened to it a little bit a while ago. And a technical foul on the head coach for Troy. Let's take a look. Yeah, she seemed pretty animated.
Yeah, it got out on the floor, and that one was earned.
And Rakia Jackson hits the free throw. And she got them both. So State will have the basketball.
That's a real gift for Mississippi State, because they take the three-point lead and they can play for the final shot here in the quarter.
Rakia Jackson had it knocked free. Jacayla Jordan in the lane. Rakia stuck it back. Won't go, and that will run out in the third quarter. So State had a couple of chances at point-blank range and unable to get it to go. Shonda Rigby congratulating her team. Nice defense down the stretch. And we go to the fourth quarter. Mississippi. And now a little pressure applied by Troy for the first time today. Trapping at the top. And the ball knocked free, and it's gonna go to Troy. Anyway. Well, trapping action out of that zone that time, Charlie. First time we've seen that today. It immediately forces a turnover. Leggett back out. And the 3 ball too long. Jacayla Jordan. Nice tough rebound for State. Now Maya Taylor all the way. Well, got the seal from Farley. Missed the shot. Farley's put back won't go.
Well, Farley had done a nice job, as you said, Bart, just sealing off the defender. Had an open look, couldn't get it to go.
And the ball will stay with Troy. And the move and the bucket by Karanga. And back to a 1-point game.
Karanga's really been the story on offense for Troy here today.
And Aislinn Hayes fires up the quick three.
Bulldogs just 1 of 11 from three-point range here in the second half. Just 5 of 28.
And Jasmine Robinson going to go to the free throw line. 1 make to tie, 2 to take the lead.
It's going to be a really interesting next couple of minutes. Bulldogs kind of had that big run there in the third quarter, get themselves back in the lead, but runs take energy. Now, so many times you see a team go on a run and then kind of stall out a little bit.
And Robinson ties it, and Troy has used a number of players in this game today.
Well, and that's the thing. You start to look at who's going to be tired, who's going to be impacted. Troy's been very balanced.
So tied at 51, State with a basketball. 8:20 to go. Here in the final quarter here in Starkville. State will play Jackson State tomorrow and then South Carolina State on Monday. Charlotte Cole walked with it.
And just about to ask the question of how long can Mississippi State go with Danae Carter on the bench, and we just saw the answer. She has 4 fouls. Here with 8 minutes to go, Bulldogs feel like they have to go to her.
State just very little depth along that front line. And Leggett just dribbled it off her knee and out of bounds.
Yeah, Danae Carter, probably the first option for Mississippi State at the 5 spot right now, but I wouldn't rule out putting Rakia Jackson in that spot as Carter develops some foul problems.
Carter in the game with 4 fouls. And Jordan able to draw the foul and will go to the free throw line and she'll shoot 2. And so Leggett picks up the foul.
Well, free throw opportunities have evened up here in this second half. Bulldogs 6 out of 7.
And that was the 4th foul on Amber Leggett. She has 9 points and 14 rebounds today. You know, Stevens got 9 points and 10 rebounds. Troy's got a couple players right there at the cusp of the double-double. Stolen away by Maya Taylor. Out to Rakia. Jackson trying to draw the foul, but she was standing on the baseline when she tried to come up with a rebound, kicked off.
Well, you could see that Karonga just wasn't comfortable handling the basketball out in the open court like that and was trying to get it out of her hands as quickly as she could.
And an offensive foul, a moving screen. Tina Stevens. And that's her 2nd foul. 2nd foul on Troy here in the 4th quarter. 3rd Troy turnover in the last minute. Jacayla Jordan. This is from the baseline. Troy with a rebound.
And you see Karonga again turns it over.
Rakia Jackson steps through, little Euro step. And a 4-point Bulldog lead as Rakia Jackson gets her 23rd point. And now a trip on State. And Ashley Jones picks up the foul. They said that was in the act of shooting. Huh. Yeah. Take another look at that. Sandifer going to go to the free throw line. I mean, it may have been going through her mind. And Sandifer makes the first. Do you agree with that, Charlie?
It certainly might have been going through her mind, yes. That's one you're going to see more times than not, though. The ball goes in the air like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to try to judge whether it was a pass or a shot, but big defensive possession here for Troy.
Here's Carter, splitting a double team, and a foul is called.
You know, Bart, this is a ball game that hasn't had a lot of flow here lately. There's been a lot of players looking for fouls and a lot of players getting called for fouls when they didn't expect to, and it's been a little bit choppy over the past 5 or 6 minutes.
And now Danae Carter will go to the free throw line. And she'll shoot 2 shots. Misses the first. And she makes 1 out of 2. Carter's got 11 points and 10 rebounds, the first to the double-double today for either team. Driving shot wouldn't go. The offensive putback just stayed with it. Tina Stevens with the bucket and gets it back to a 2-point game.
That was a really nice job by Stevens, just staying after the basketball, staying on the glass, able to get the putback.
Trying to feed it inside, and Maya Taylor's pass just a little bit too much on it. Now Dunlap with a jumper. Throws up the air ball, but Leggett's right there to stick it in, and Leggett ties it up at 56.
Well, I tell you, Carter's got to be very careful coming out and challenging shots in the open like that. Very lucky she didn't get into the shooter, get called for the foul, but that's going to take us to a timeout.
So timeout on the floor, and we head to the final stretch run. Half double doubles today for Troy. State with the ball.
Leggett's got to be careful, though. She's got 4 fouls, as does Carter for Mississippi State.
And a 3 ball coming out of the timeout. State misses it. Jacayla Jordan gets the bucket and the foul.
Well, we talked about her early in this basketball game. Jacayla Jordan, you know that you're going to get good play out of Rakia Jackson. But Jacayla Jordan, the player who can go inside or outside for Mississippi State. Look at her getting on the glass right there. Her 7th rebound, 18 points, and she's got a chance to add to it. Big-time pickup for Mississippi State in the offseason.
Misses the free throw. She has 18. Because miss, and Rakia Jackson gets the rebound. Rakia has 23 points and now 6 rebounds. Rakia Jackson. Spinning shot wouldn't go. Karanga down with a defensive rebound. There's Leggett. Spins the lane, and she draws the foul, and will go to the free throw line and try to tie it.
So the foul will go on Jones. That'll be her 3rd. Now Leggett will have a chance to tie it from the line.
And we're tied at 58 with 4:27 to go. Leggett now with 13 points. And here comes a trap from Troy. Rakia Jackson. Jumper from the baseline gives State the lead right back. That's 25 for Rakia. Now Robinson answers quickly for Troy on the other end.
You know, when Troy's playing well on offense, it seems like they're playing with pace and pushing it down the floor. You saw it that time, feeling really comfortable when they move in a hurry. Mississippi State love to find a way to try to isolate against Leggett and try to get her out of this ball game.
Ashley Jones misses from the outside. Jones had a tough day. 0 for 7 behind the three-point line.
Bulldogs just 1 of 13 from long range here in this second half.
Spinning shot. Troy takes the lead, 62-60. Karanka with the fall away from the left side.
Well, she has been outstanding here today. Karanka 9 of 13 shooting. On the day when players have struggled to shoot, she has really played well.
Jones, little floater. Off the iron, and Troy with a rebound. Two-point lead and the ball into Karanka. Up and under.
Well, crowd wanted a walk on Karanka. Couldn't tell if she drugged the pivot foot or not.
And the lead is 4 for Troy. Robinson leans in, gets the bucket and the foul.
Wow, what a power move that time by Robinson. You thought that Troy might pull it out, let the clock run a little bit, but not at all. Robinson just attacking off the dribble, getting the shot to go and getting to the free throw line.
And an 8-0 run for Troy. And now Robinson at the free throw line. And the lead stays at 6.
Well, now for Mississippi State, you got to remember there's still a lot of time left in this basketball game. Big thing is you can't have empty possessions.
Katarian Thompson missing the 3. And now a foul on the reach in, and that's the 5th foul on State. Rakia Jackson picks up the foul, and now a timeout taken. So a timeout on the floor. And we'll stay right here.
All right, Bart, you've got 1:39 left to go. Mississippi State
goes up. There are 4 black jerseys around the rim. Not giving up anything offensively as far as the rebounding. Karanka makes the free throw. Troy coming in at 6-5. They were 6-0 at home, 0-5 on the road. But they beat Middle Tennessee at home by 1 last Saturday. And an 8-point lead for Troy right here. And a 3-ball, and this one goes in for Katarian Thompson.
And you're kind of the point now for Mississippi State where it doesn't matter that you've been having trouble. You've got to try to get some 3 balls in the air and convert. Katarian Thompson just hasn't played much today, but got that one to go.
Missed shot on the inside. Here comes Maya Taylor up the floor. One-on-one, leans in with the left hand and missed it. Nice defense by Troy. And now under a minute to go in a 5-point game, and State's going to be forced to foul. Maya Taylor picks up the foul. Well, Maya today only 2 points, 1 of 8 shooting. Now they're going to check the clock to check on the time. Troy's going to be at the free throw line with Jasmine Robinson, who is 1 for 3 at the free throw line today, a 77% free throw shooter. So they're going to add 1.4 to the clock, make it 53.9. And 1 out of 2 at the free throw line from Robinson. The lead is 6. And Rakia Jackson.
That's going to be a kick ball that time.
Tried to crossover dribble, went right off the foot. And State will play it with 23 on the shot clock. 46.7 to go. State has won 7 in a row in this series. 14-0 here to start. Katarian Thompson has the 3 rattle out. He'll take another shot at it. This time she gets it. And it's a 3-point game. And a timeout taken by Troy with 31.8 to go. So Thompson missed it, but give a lot of credit to Rakia Jackson with the offensive rebound, who got it right back to Katarian Thompson, who knocked it down from the right side. And that's a couple big threes for Katarian Thompson here in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. She got to kind of measure with the first one, and then Rakia keeping it alive, kicking it out. And there's some discussion right now at the scores table about who's going to be assessed that timeout. I think that's going to ultimately be assessed to Troy, but in any event, you see the miss just rattles out. Look at Rakia just coming in, taking it away from Leggett, and then Thompson having the confidence to put it back up and knock down the three-pointer. Bulldogs cut it to 3, 34 seconds left. Troy is going to advance the basketball into the front court.
Leggett to inbound. About a 3-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock. State trying to come up with a steal. And now Leggett going to back it back out. And now a foul with 4 on the shot clock and 8 on the game clock.
Well, you certainly understand taking a little bit of time trying to go for a steal, but I ran really deep into that game clock right there before committing the foul. And Troy can.
You make one right here, it's over.
Yeah, Bulldogs, no timeouts, can't advance it. And right now, the discussion Troy's having with their players is just don't foul.
State is out of timeouts, so you can't call timeout and try to advance. Now ball stolen away, and a foul with 2.9 to go, and Troy is going to come in here to Starkville and knock off Mississippi State. A 5-point lead with 2.9 seconds to go.
Well, the thing that Troy did so well, they saw Mississippi State coming out of the dressing room at halftime and outscored them 21-11 in the third. But the Bulldogs unable to sustain that run. Troy bounces back. They've outscored the Bulldogs by 9 here in the fourth quarter. They have made 5 of their last 6 shots from the field.
State beat Troy by 27 last year around the same time here at Starkville. And Troy leads by 7 with 2.9 to go, and that will do it. And Troy picks up their first road win of the season and their first win ever in Starkville in 15 attempts. And the Troy Trojans move to 7-5 on the season, and Mississippi State falls to 7-3.
Well, ultimately for Mississippi State, it was a failure to rebound the basketball, and look, just struggled to shoot it today. Just 7 of 35 from three-point range. It was one of those days, and Troy took advantage.
So for Charlie Winfield, I'm Bart Gregory saying so long from Starkville, where Troy wins it 73-66. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games